Welcome back to the Movie Pits Weekend Movie Review. It's been a while since I've posted anything, a lot of shit's been going on, but I'm back and I'm hoping to be able to kick this off again with more of the weekend movie review and some other new stuff that I've been thinking about. But let's get right into it and talk about today's movie, Teeth. Teeth is about high school student Dawn, who works hard at suppressing her budding sexuality by being the local chastity group's most active participant. Her task is made even more difficult by her bad boy stepbrother, Brad's increasingly provocative behavior at home. A stranger to her own body, innocent Dawn discovers she has a toothed vagina when she becomes the object of violence. As she struggles to comprehend her anatomical uniqueness, Dawn experiences both the pitfalls and the power of being a living example of the vagina dentata myth. Okay, now from that synopsis, I think we all can agree that this sounds like a pretty fucked up film. Well, that is an understatement by a long shot. This movie is fucked up on an epic scale like none I've ever seen before. It's really no wonder that this film only had a limited theatrical release, but it did do well, like in the festival circuits and stuff like that. But I can't really see this film have done well in the box office, and I'm sure it would have pissed off a couple groups somewhere along the line, as I'm sure it has. The film is more or less a feminine vengeance film, much like I Spit on Your Grave, but this takes that to a whole new playing field. I knew what I was really getting into upon watching this film, and it was more or less what I was expecting, and that could be a good or a bad thing. But let's start talking about with the acting in this film. And for an indie film such as this, the acting was exactly what is to be expected as well. Not that great at times, better at others, and just completely drops off the fucking radar at some points with certain actors. But Jess Wexler plays the conflicted Dawn in this movie, and I really haven't seen her in anything, so I can't really sit and compare her acting to any of her previous work. But I actually think she did a great job with this role. And I know it has to be fucked up for her to try to figure out how to do this role. The film also stars John Hensley as Dawn's stepbrother Brad. You might recognize him from the hit TV show Nip Tuck, or from the recent film Shudder. I think his acting was actually much better in those two things that I just mentioned than in this. This looks like he really was trying to overplay the role, and it came across to me as fake and very fucking annoying for the majority of the film. There are a few other characters that I really don't feel like mentioning right now, so I won't, but you'll just have to see it to figure those characters out. The film was written and directed by Mitchell Lichtenstein, who is another unknown to me, but that may have something to do with the fact that this is only his second film that he's done. The fact that this idea came from his fucked up mind, I'm going to try to cut him a little slack, because I may not have agreed with everything he did with this film. Some stuff I actually despised in the movie, but he sure as shit made a film that people always remember once they've seen it, so you have to give him 2 thumbs up for that. But now let's talk about the key factor in this movie, which is actually the special effects. This is a relatively bloody film at times, though it's not like it's a total bloodbath from start to finish. It's actually spread a little bit too thin for my taste and spread out way too much. But as you might have guessed, there are severed dicks scattered throughout this movie, so viewers beware on that part. That's actually the thing that hurt the most while watching this film. But it's so damn funny, and as I'm sure others thought out there, I just kind of phased it out and ignored it. I'm going to have to give this film 3 skulls, but I think everyone out there needs to see this film, even though it's only an okay film, and nothing ever really happens in the movie, and you have extras throughout the movie that look directly into the camera lenses. But all that aside, I think you all should run to your favorite video rental place and at least check this film out and have yourself a laugh. Sorry for this being shorter. There's just not a whole lot I can really say about this film. The movie has to speak for itself, so Thanks for tuning back into my reviews, and I hope you'll check back for more of this type of stuff and some of the other new things I mentioned earlier.